Australia is a land of ancient stories and untold secrets. These stories come from the native Aboriginal people. They have lived here for thousands of years. They speak of a mysterious and terrifying creature that is said to inhabit the dense forests and impenetrable swamps of their ancestral lands. It is said to be large and hairy. It walks on two legs. In today's episode, we will look into Australia's own bipedal ape-like being known as the Yowie. The Aboriginal people call the Yowie by different names. These names vary across Australia, but the descriptions are similar. The Yowie is a powerful being. It is connected to the land. It is respected, even feared. The stories serve as warnings. They tell people to be careful in the bush. Some stories say the Yowie can communicate with humans. Others say it can mimic sounds. This adds to the mystery. The Yowie is more than just a creature, it is a part of Aboriginal lore. The Yowie is not alone in the world of strange creatures. North America has Bigfoot, the Himalayan mountains has the Yeti, and Russia has the Almas. These creatures are also large and hairy. They too walk on two legs. The similarities are striking. Could these creatures all be related? Or are they simply examples of a similar phenomenon occurring in different parts of the world? Sightings are often fleeting. Evidence is usually circumstantial. Footprints, hair samples, and vocalizations are the most common forms of proof, yet none have definitively proven the existence of either creature. Some researchers believe there is a connection. They point to ancient land bridges. These bridges once connected continents. Could a common ancestor have crossed these bridges? The similarities are intriguing, but the truth remains elusive. When European settlers arrived in Australia, they encountered a land vastly different from their own. The vast wilderness held secrets. Strange creatures roamed the bush. Among these creatures was the Yowie. Early settlers recorded their own encounters. These accounts added to the growing mystery. One of the earliest written accounts comes from the 1850s. A newspaper article described a wild man sighted in the Blue Mountains. This creature was said to be tall and hairy. It frightened the locals. This report is just one of many from that era. As settlers pushed further into the outback, more encounters were reported. Prospectors, explorers, and pioneers all claimed to have seen the creature. These accounts often described similar features. The Yowie was consistently described as a large, hairy hominid. It was often seen in remote areas. These early accounts are important. In 1912, Australia found itself in the grip of an ape mania. Reports of ape-like creatures flooded newspapers. These reports came from all over the country. One man took particular interest. Henry James McCooey. He was a respected naturalist. He worked at the Australian Museum in Sydney. McCooey was fascinated by the reports. He believed they could be evidence of a missing link. This missing link, he theorized, was a close relative of both humans and apes. He wrote an article for the Sydney Morning Herald. This article was titled "Australian Apes." In it, he argued for the existence of these creatures. McCooey's article caused a sensation. It sparked debate among scientists and the public alike. Some dismissed his claims as nonsense. Others wondered if there could be some truth to them. The article brought the Yowie into the national spotlight. The year 1912 stands out in Yowie history. It was a year of unprecedented sightings. Reports poured in from all corners of Australia. Newspapers were filled with stories of ape men roaming the outback. This wave of sightings captivated the nation. It cemented the Yowie's place in Australian folklore. One of the most well-known sightings occurred in Queensland. A group of workers claimed to have seen a large, hairy creature. They said it was covered in hair and walked upright. The creature was seen near a waterhole. It quickly disappeared into the bush. Another sighting occurred in New South Wales. A farmer reported seeing a similar creature on his property. He claimed it was trying to steal his chickens. He fired his gun into the air to scare it off. The creature fled into the night. Friend or foe? Donald Friend and the Yowie's place in nature. Donald Friend was a renowned Australian artist and writer. He was also fascinated by the Yowie. He travelled extensively throughout Australia. He collected stories and accounts of the creature. Friend believed that the Yowie was a real animal. He saw it as a shy and reclusive creature. In his writings, Friend described the Yowie as a type of bunyip. The bunyip is another creature from Aboriginal mythology. It is often associated with water. Friend believed that the Yowie was a land-dwelling relative of the bunyip. He based this theory on similarities in their descriptions. Friend's views on the Yowie were complex. He acknowledged the fear it inspired in some, but he also saw it as a creature deserving of respect and protection. He believed that humans had encroached on its territory. This encroachment, he argued, was responsible for the creature's rarity. The Yowie mystery continued into the latter half of the 20th century. Sightings persisted. New technologies emerged. These technologies offered new ways to investigate the phenomenon. One of the most intriguing cases occurred in 1977. It took place on Oxley Island in New South Wales. A family camping on the island reported a series of strange events. They heard heavy footsteps outside their tent. They found large footprints near their campsite. The footprints were unlike anything they had ever seen before. The family was convinced they had encountered a Yowie. The Oxley Island incident sparked renewed interest in the Yowie. Researchers flocked to the area. They hoped to find evidence of the creature. While no concrete proof was found, the incident highlighted the enduring nature of the mystery. The Oxley Island case is just one of many modern Yowie encounters. The year 2000 brought with it a new piece of evidence in the Yowie puzzle, the Piper film. This footage, shot by a man named Adrian Piper, sent shockwaves through the cryptozoology community. It quickly became one of the most debated pieces of Yowie evidence ever recorded. The film, shot in a remote area of Queensland, appears to show a large, hairy creature moving through the bush. The creature walks upright. It displays remarkable agility as it navigates the dense undergrowth. The footage is grainy and shaky, but the image of the creature is compelling. The Piper film sparked intense debate. Believers hailed it as definitive proof of the Yowie's existence. Skeptics dismissed it as a hoax, claiming the creature was nothing more than a man in a suit. The debate raged on, with experts weighing in on both sides. Whispers in the woods, sightings and sounds into the 21st century. The Yowie mystery did not end with the turn of the century. Sightings continued to be reported throughout the 2000s and beyond. Witnesses from all walks of life came forward. They shared their encounters with the unknown. These reports, often accompanied by intriguing details, added to the growing body of evidence. In 2006, a group of hikers in Victoria reported seeing a large, hairy creature crossing a road. They described it as being about 8 feet tall and incredibly muscular. The creature disappeared into the bush before they could get a closer look. In 2013, a series of strange calls were recorded in the Blue Mountains. The calls, described as high-pitched screams and guttural growls, were unlike any known animal in the area. Some researchers believe they could be the vocalizations of a Yowie. The Yowie remains an enigma. It is a creature of myth and legend. It is a creature that has captivated Australians for generations. While the debate over its existence continues, one thing is certain: the Yowie is a powerful symbol of the unknown. It is a reminder that there are still mysteries to be solved in our world. From the ancient stories of the Aboriginal people to the modern-day sightings reported by hikers and researchers, the Yowie has left an undeniable mark on Australian folklore. Whether it is a real creature or a product of our collective imagination, the Yowie continues to fascinate and intrigue us. The search for the Yowie is a search for answers. It is a search for understanding. It is a search that takes us deep into the heart of the Australian wilderness and deep into the heart of our own sense of wonder. The journey is just as important as the destination. The pursuit of the unknown is what drives us to explore, to question, and to learn. The Yowie may forever remain a mystery, but the search for it will continue to inspire us.